Well, howdy, partners. You're back in the saddle with Colorado and Company. It's time to round up the family for some rodeo, fun, food, and great entertainment. The 105th National Western Stock Show is called the Super Bowl of livestock shows at the National Western Complex. And you still have plenty of time to do some horsing around with all the events going on. So put on your boots, your cowboy hat to take in the flavor of what the Wild West is really about. A big part of the rodeo is fashion. That's why Miller International lassos in only the best brands for cowboys and cowgirls. You'll find the store downtown Denver at 8500 Zuni Street. And I'm so excited to introduce to you. I've been talking to these gentlemen all morning. We have Keith Mundee, president of Miller International, and Boyd Polhamus, the most famous rodeo announcer in the world, and huge Packers fan. But we're going to get to that in a little bit. We better talk fashion first. What's been your favorite part of the show so far? Have you been down there? Or?
I have. I think the best part about the National Western is the whole month of January, Denver becomes the epicenter of the Western lifestyle.
That's awesome.
So you go downtown, whether it be at the Four Seasons or the Capitol Grill or something like that, and you're going to run into people wearing hats. And Boyd and I had dinner at the Capitol Grill the other night, and some folks come over and said, "Welcome to Denver," and they thought we were from out of town, but they were pleased to see us there.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah,
that's
so
what makes it so great.
Yeah.
And fashion. Isn't it amazing, Western wear? It has never gone out of style. And a part of that, the history of Miller International. And I just really kind of learned about this company and what they provide. So take us back in time here.
Well, some folks in Denver remember the Miller Stockman days, but Philip Miller came here to Denver in 1918 to sell some hats, cowboy hats. He did such a great job at that he ended up with a catalog operation called Miller Stockman Farmers. So we've collected some of those old catalogs going back to the 1920, 1926.
We're seeing some of those.
Yeah. Yeah, and so then that evolved into a 35 retail stores called Miller Stockman. We sold those stores, I think, in 1999, and now we are a lifestyle branding company. We've got 8 different brands that we work on. Cinch is our signature brand, and that's the big sponsor of the National Western. But we've got Cruel Girl, Rockies, Southern Thread, Miller Ranch, and then 2 new brands, Rod Patrick Boots and Johnny Ringo Boots.
And those are the boots.
Yeah, those are the boots.
Right there.
Those are the boots. We're really excited about that.
And another person here he's like, smell those boots because it's a sweet smell of leather.
Yeah.
It's just such. There's cowboy boots, and they never go out of fashion either.
Smells like money.
That's what you said. I didn't want to say that if you didn't say it, but those are just gorgeous. And then the history with Miller International and fashion, with the stock show. There's a lot of history there.
Yeah, that's great. And the stock show is one of our signature events. Obviously, we're a Denver-based company. We're very proud of Denver. We're proud that we're from Denver. So our roots go deep here. The National Western, 105 years. Our company's been here for 92 years, and we've just formed a great partnership over there. The National Western has got some of the greatest folks in the world working for them, and we literally, it's just a partnership. We just work together and try to make the event the best that it can be for Denver and for the 600,000 people that come from all over to attend this event.
Well, let's go through some of the clothes you bought today. We saw the boots, but I mean everything from little kids. I just think this is adorable. And this is Cruel Girl.
That is a Cruel Girl. Yep, we call those granny grabbers. So Grandma runs through the Western store, and she can't help picking those things up. So
isn't that adorable?
Yeah. So we make kids clothing in the Cinch and Cruel Girl lines, and
the little layered look. I mean, the Western style is just every day of the year. It never, as I said, it never goes out, and it's evolving as well as other fashions.
It does. It changes, but there's kind of there can be costumey Western, or there can be, well, I guess what I dress like this every day, so what we call authentic Western.
Right.
And so there's kind of 2 little different things.
How popular? I know that you're really big on the Western shirts. I mean, that's a big part of the rodeo too, still, isn't it, to this day? And do they change with different styles and cuts and colors?
Absolutely, absolutely. That all evolves. The shirt that I have on today is a Miller Ranch shirt, and it's got yokes and double pockets and flaps. But the shirt that Boyd's wearing is from our signature brand Cinch, and there's really nothing Western about the shirt other than the belt and the boots and the hat.
Right.
But it's just a great shirt. Boyd called me the other day and said, "Hey, do you realize the shirt's got square buttons on it?" And so it's all,
It does, doesn't it?
And just to build on something you're saying, look, The reason it never goes out of style is because it's a way of life, okay? And it's a code. People who live the Western way of life, and a lot of people in Denver, whether they're the dentist that sat here only moments ago or they're school teachers, the West is a way of life. And the reason, and so what Cinch and Miller International has been able to do throughout all their lines is design lines of clothing that fit with that code, and you might have a different personality than somebody else, but so they make the clothing that will fit your personality. But the reason it's never went out of style is because it's a way of life. It's not just a trend. It is a way of life.
Amen. I know that as a farm girl, being raised up in Thermopolis, Wyoming, that it is just life and a big part of the West. What deal do you have today for our viewers? This is great.
Well, we do this deal at the National Finals Rodeo, and we do a buy two, get one free. So buy 2 pairs of jeans, get one free. We've got a store at the National Western on the 2nd floor there, and then we also have a factory store here in Denver. That's where our offices are at 8500 Zuni. And so we do buy 2, get 1 free. Come in and buy 2 pairs of jeans, we'll give you a pair.
And by the way, I was in their store at the National Western.
Yes,
it's as big as this studio.
Is
I mean,
it
it's
really?
huge. They've got to have 3,000 pair of jeans in that thing. So if you're out there, that's a great time to take advantage of that deal.
That's
and
great.
we make jeans for everybody. So there's fashion forward jeans. There's more traditional Western jeans, but
I know.
The Southern Thread is a brand that that guy doesn't ride a horse; he kind of rides a bar stool. So we make jeans for everybody.
Boyd, how do you become the most famous rodeo announcer
you keep saying
in
that, and
the world?
Listen to him.
That's a matter of opinion.
I know, I love his voice.
That's a matter of opinion. I'll tell you, I'm just blessed. One way or another, this is what God created me to do, and He made me to do it. And it's I've never worked a day in my life. I absolutely love it. Now, how famous I am is debatable, but I can tell you this: there's no other announcer out there that loves doing this more than I do.
And I can tell. Give us an example. What's the key to becoming a good radio announcer? And I just know from going to the rodeo for Cheyenne Frontier Days, you are a big part of that. You keep people going.
I think the secret is not to talk at people, but to talk to them. Even though there's a big group of people in the building, and most people would have a tendency to speak to them like they were speaking to a group, I think the secret is to speak to them like you would talk to them as we're sitting right here. And so, if Keith Mundee's the next bareback rider, then I'm going to tell you, here's a guy that came out of Southern California, lived in the Treasure Valley in Idaho for a few years, but now his mind is focused in Denver on riding this bull called Super Cool.
You make it look so easy.
No, but
what is that?
But it's, look, if I asked you about your family,
True.
And I said, well, tell me about somebody you love or that you know, you could sit right here and talk to me about those people very casually, and it would come to you. Well, the guys that compete at the National Western are friends of mine. They're part of my cowboy family, and I know them. And so when you're sitting out there, I want you to know them. Whether they win first or win last, I want you to connect with them and care about them, because every other sport, people fall in love with the players, not just the game. We're not football fans, you and I.
Oh, I know where you're trying to go with this.
No, I'm not going there yet. I'm not going there yet. But my point simply is this. My point is easy. Hot one. My point is this, is people fall in love with the players, not the game. The reason the Broncos were so popular is because of John Elway.
I knew he was going. I know. I just have to get into 2 more things.
Okay.
I'm almost out of time, so do your fast rodeo talking. Love that you're a Christian. That's a big part of what
you do. Yes, it is. It's what I am. People say I'm a rodeo announcer. No, I'm a Christian. Now, look, I've sinned and fallen short of the glory of God like everybody, and I'm not a perfect Christian, but I'm saved.
Now let's get to NFL playoffs. You're a huge Packers fan. Are they going to go all the way?
30 seconds. They're going to have to use the screen game. And here's the thing. Matt Ryan and Aaron Rodgers, everybody's going to talk about the passing game. It's whoever runs the ball the best is going to win that game.
I agree. And I still love my Broncos. They're out of it, but I'm going for the Packers all the way.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good choice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
These are great fashions.
Thank you.
And there are plenty of days to see the Super Bowl of livestock shows at the 105th National Western Stock Show at the National Western Complex. You still have plenty of time to do plenty of horsing around with all the ongoing events. You can see the full lineup by simply going to nationalwestern.com. You'll see links to the schedule and to buy tickets. NWSS is horsing around all the way until Sunday, February 23rd, so lots of time. And if you need the right clothes to look your cowboy best, stop by Miller International at 8500 Zuni Street. And Keith and Boyd, they're going to help you out. Go visit them starting today through the end of the stock show, because if you buy 2 pair of jeans, you're going to get the other pair for free. And they have everything in stock from Cinch, Cruel Girl, Rockies, Southern Thread, and Miller Ranch. Check out that website at rmccjeans.com. Miller International paid for this segment. Give it to me. Go Pack.
Go Pack.
More. Go Pack.
Go Pack, go.
There you go.